So, just another quick and cool feature is the map has an auto route function. So you see all these NPCs in all these locations, all these merchants. Simply double click and
you're on your way. It's kind of cool if, I don't know, in some other MMOs you go into a new city and you've been told you've got to speak to person X who will give you another item for a quest, and you can continue from there, and then you end up trying to find Mr. X and you're going round and round on the mini-map and you cannot find where you're supposed to be going. So
it's only working in the main city or as well in the world map?
Works in the world map as well.
Oh, well.
It's quite handy. If you've got a dual monitor set up as well, you're on a forum, just double click it, post a new forum and then jump back into the game. It's a lazy man. It can be quite convenient. Yeah, exactly.
So we're just going to take a quick tour of the city, and we're going to be speaking to one particular NPC who is going to give us some background history, some lore of the city, in a in-game cinematic as well. So it's something to enjoy.
And there'll be lots of big cities in the game. In the map we just saw, there's a name there. There will be a major city in that area, so there'll be plenty of major cities, lots of NPCs, and then when the game launches, probably if it's open base, that'll be quite cool. So let's talk about
this. This is our guy. He's going to give us a quick tour of the city. It's important to mention that the game is in alpha at the moment. Whilst it's released in Asia, we consider this to be alpha because we're going to be making localization changes, and we're going to be trying to improve upon some of the popping that you might see just in a second. So we want to try and
what day are you aiming for the release?
Quarter 1, 2012.
So you can see the popping, but we're going to be trying to improve on this and making it look nicer. So we've just got a quick tour of the city. He's going to be giving us background information and everything like that. Let's skip this. Carry on.
So while Eligium, it might not be the prettiest MMO, system specs that are required for it are quite low. So it should be quite accessible to most of the market, so you don't need to have a high-end machine. Much like Terra.
No graphics engine?
Gamescom engine, it's using Fallout. So we're heading out into the overworld now, and we're going to have a look at a few mobs, but before we do, let's talk about a few features. Unfortunately we had a new patch overnight. Unfortunately, that's meant we can't bring up two of the features we're about to talk about, so I have to, unfortunately, just talk about them instead of showing them. I'll do it quickly. The first one is the ranking system. Each server has a ranking system. Players can filter a lot of the information on the server depending on what they're after. So if you're a guild master and you're recruiting new players, you can search the server and you can filter it for level, so you can see who's the highest level on the server. You can also filter it for training and experience points. And things like this. So it makes getting a guild together quite easy, at least we hope it will. And so yeah, there's lots of information to find. Lovely pirate outfit.
Yeah, eye patch included. I've read Jack Sparrow. Well, we've got, there's another one. Look at this.
It's cool.
It's pretty cool.
Is there a Santa Claus outfit here?
If only. We'll stick with the top hat. Top hat looks cool.
Skull belt as well, I think it's quite passionate.
This is a highlight character, right?
This one is, I don't know what
the mount and the gear.
Yeah, I mean all the items we have all of them will be high level items, so they won't be immediately available from the start of the game. We haven't decided what will be in the cash shop yet, or the in-game item shop, but it's something that will be determined a little closer to launch. If you've played Runes of Magic though, or maybe Mythos, there won't be anything in the item shop that is 100% necessary to complete or continue in the game, so there won't be a roadblock put up. And the max level will launch be 65.
65.
Yeah. The other feature, unfortunately, we can't show because it's now grayed out. Sorry about that. Is the auction house in the game. You don't need to visit an NPC or an item shop in the city. It's always available on the menu, so you can just drag and drop items and sell them in real time.
Yep.
The He's currently kitting out a guy. We've got Kung Fu Panda there.
I think you're going to see a lot of pandas.
Yeah, I hope so. I'm thinking like in the guild wars, maybe 300 pandas versus 300 pandas. Pretty awesome sight.
Let's go into one of the areas. So, as I mentioned about the skill system, traditionally in MMOs you would have a skill tree and you would collect skill points. Very common in some MMOs and RPG games, but for Eligium you collect skill scrolls, which you earn from loot or from quests. They would be an item. And you would use the skill scroll and it would unlock a new skill. But to improve on that skill, you simply have to use it more. So the more you use your skill, the better it gets. So you're not having to unlock skills that you don't want, or you don't have to unlock skills that you're never going to use. You simply can unlock it and then never use it. You're not having to spend points in it to unlock the next best skill. You simply just have to use it and it will improve. But then you have to think about balancing. If you never use that skill and then later in the game you need that skill and you've never used it before, it's going to be very weak. So it's going to allow players to play exactly how they want it.
Which also ties into the item system as well. There's not going to be one item that is the be-all item at the end of the game. The more you use an item as well, the better it gets. But they will have durability, so the more you use it, you need to keep an eye on its level of XP and just check it's not going to break and become unusable. You can also buff items in the game with runes. There's a feature called the Soul Circle. It's a circular little tablet and you can drop rune stones in there to give your items buff.
So again, the skill system, the items are going to allow you to play exactly how you want. You're not having to go through dungeon crawling looking for that next best item, which might just have +1 to attack. For example, you can just simply use the item you've got.